Hey guys, it is Wednesday, December 23rd. The time right now is 5:05 p.m. And I'm here at Eglinton Station in Midtown Toronto. And I'm trying to go downtown to film a walk so I can upload it for tomorrow morning. But there's currently no subway service here at Eglinton Station. That's about the 7th train I've seen pass by that's heading southbound. They said there's a security incident that the Toronto police are investigating. And that trains are bypassing Eglinton in both directions. That cop took an interesting look at my camera, so I think what I'll do is just head up to Yonge Street and walk south to Davisville, because who knows when the heck this will be resolved. There's another police officer. They're not exactly doing a good job at communicating what's going on, other than telling everyone there's currently no service, so all the people trying to get off at Eglinton are obviously getting a bit screwed over. And I imagine by the time the 97 bus shows up, it'll be packed. And I wouldn't be getting on that anyway, so I'm just gonna walk south down to Davisville and get on the train there. I was hoping to do a twilight kind of walk around downtown, but it looks like because of this I might have missed the boat on that. I think it's about 4 or 5 degrees Celsius right now. I imagine there'll be a lot more people on the sidewalks than there normally would be throughout this pandemic, because a lot of people probably getting off at Davisville are just coming up to Yonge and Eglinton by foot. So I'm going to move a little faster than I normally would. I also want to have enough battery left over so I can still record some kind of walk when I get downtown. And ironically, I just published a video on my Johnny Stumbles channel this morning. I say that as I'm not quite sure which channel this one will end up on, featuring another TTC surprise where I had to go board a shuttle bus at St. Clair and Yonge. And it wasn't particularly well organized, although it was last minute. It wasn't helped by the fact that all of the drivers seemed to be behaving differently from one another. Some of the buses were not opening their doors until they got to the front of the line. And other buses further down were opening their doors, so if you were somewhere in the middle of it, like I was, you conveniently got screwed over by that. For all the good the TTC does, there certainly seems to be far too much chaos when things go wrong. They also don't seem to have particularly speedy protocols in place for things like medical incidents and security incidents. Although I am spoiled, I did live in Seoul, Korea for 5 years. And I pretty much took the subway daily there. And not once did I ever experience a delay that was more than a minute. Keeping the train moving is of the utmost priority. For them, it's also similar in Tokyo and probably most large Asian metro centers. I think there's a reluctance here to train the staff at the stations on basic first aid training and having them try to resolve situations on their own that don't necessarily require the police or paramedics. That's just pure speculation. I can even think of one incident in Korea where a gentleman across from me had passed out on the train and someone had pressed the emergency button. And by the time we pulled up to the next stop, which was all of 30 seconds later, there was a couple of attendants who worked at the subway station come right onto the train, and they assisted that gentleman off the train. And before you knew it, we were on the move again. So there's probably some health benefits to having speedier protocols as well. I don't mean for this to sound like I'm complaining. They're just observations, and truth be told, of all people, I actually don't mind this last minute, rather brisk walk. I'm never one to complain about having to take a walk. But I can't actually recall having seen a bus pass me yet. So this was clearly the best way to go about this. And when I get to Davisville Station, I'll turn the camera off just to save some battery so I can record a video after this. Although the sky right now is what I was hoping to capture. I'm gonna go ahead and run. You're not supposed to cross while the lights are flashing, but I can easily make it. And here we are, Davisville Station. I'd be curious to know if they're still announcing if Eglinton's being bypassed or not. Based on the number of people getting off here, I would hazard to guess that Eglinton is still being skipped over. This is definitely one of the more unique subway stations with its indoor-outdoor design. It's also where the TTC headquarters are located. And I'm looking for one of the boards that says when the next train is coming. There's probably one upstairs that I missed, but they really ought to be easier to find than this. Found a payphone though. Perhaps that is destined to end up in a museum someday. Oh, here we go. I hope you enjoyed this impromptu walk from Eglinton to Davisville. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.
Please stand clear of the doors. Next station is St. Clair Station.